Hey, welcome back, everybody. All right, so why am I dressed like this? Because we're coming into the holidays, and the holidays are a time for some fun and some celebration, and because I did an impulse buy. So bear in mind, I am a child of the 80s, and I happened to come across the coolest advent calendar I'd ever seen. And I've never done this on my channel before. So I was inspired. As somebody who's born in the 80s, I'm all about it. You guys know I love music, the whole nine yards. So this advent calendar slides out, and I'm not going to do the whole thing because I'd have to open it and they're going to fall all over the place. But inside are these cassette tapes. All right. So we are doing something now on my channel that'll begin where we'll be pulling winners from December 1st all the way up until Christmas. Names will be inside of here. The only thing you guys have to do to enter to win is what you're already doing. In these today's topic videos that I post, they're always dated. And you guys always have the opportunity to write the word compassion in the comment section. That gets you entered to win. I randomly scroll through where my finger lands. Every Monday, I've had a Monday winner, and I would do a storytelling for that person. The only difference is we're actually going to have a winner every single day, leading all the way up to Christmas. I will mention I'm not going to be dressed like this every day. This is a one-time thing just to explain why am I doing this, because I am who I am. So with that in mind, I also thought, why would I do one winner when I could do multiples? So what we'll be doing is I will check the comments every day, but we're going to get a little ahead of the ball. So I'm going to post 2 today's topic videos, one for the 28th and one for the 29th, to kind of introduce you guys to what we're doing and give you guys a chance to start making those comments so that then by December 1st, I have a nice pool to randomly select from. Okay. Then after that, every single one of those today's topics videos, you guys always have a chance to go ahead and comment. And I just know that I have watchers all around the world. So I'd like to get us a little ahead of the game here so that we don't end up having some people who are already Christmas and me and the United States, we're still lagging behind you. So that's the reason I'm doing this, and to give you guys a bit of a head start so that it's kind of fair for everybody. Everybody gets a chance to win. Every single day, starting on the video that I post for the December 1st, I will pull actually 2 winners. There will be 2 names in each one of these. One will be a member and one will be anyone else out of the comments. Okay. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for making my world what it is. Thanks for playing along, having a good time. As I say, I'll be doing a storytelling for those 2 winners, and we'll do that every single day. We're still also going to be pulling a different random Monday winner. That doesn't go away. And we are also still every week going live for 30 minutes on both this channel and on Tarot Dog, and doing 30 minutes of storytellings. So I kind of am just having some fun during this holiday season, and thanking you guys so much for being a part of my world. Thank you for being a part of my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting my art through these years that I've had this channel, Kate's Regretless Life, and Tarot Dog. On Tarot Dog, we'll be doing something similar. Again, doing a daily winner that is a member and a non-member. So if you are a subscriber on both, if you are a member on both, just know you just quadrupled your chances of winning every single day from December 1st all the way up through Christmas. So with that in mind, oops, man down, we just lost a deck of cards. With that in mind, I think that's all I needed to announce. Let's go ahead and get into this storytelling, and rock on, everybody, rock on. All right, so here we go. What is the message for the 29th of November? And again, like I said, feel free to go ahead and jot down the word compassion in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you, guys. We have a Knight of Wands. We have a 5 of Cups. The energy surrounding the 29th could be one of somebody's having a regret. Somebody is feeling like maybe they messed up. We could have a divine feminine who was, not ready to lock it down, not ready to be super connected to somebody. And she could be missing that certain somebody right now. Or she could just be out trying to date and she's not finding anything that she wants. We have a 7 of Cups. There's lots of options. Maybe this is one of those situations where it's like the odds are good, but the goods are odd. I don't know who said that originally. That is not my quote. But there is something here where it's like, man, I'm looking for somebody that is really special, and I keep trying. This could be a masculine or a feminine, bear that in mind. But it's like I keep trying to find, I keep looking for love in all the wrong places. I keep trying to find it, and I just haven't yet. I can't seem to locate it. I can't seem to find what I'm seeking. Maybe there's like a lot of wonderful people out there, but they're not the ones from me. We have the World upright. We have the 8 of Swords sideways. She is clearly in a place where she's thinking about doing things differently. I think she's realizing what's holding her back is this still missing somebody else, and maybe still wondering, is this someone else ever thinking of me? Do they ever think of me? By the way, I just have to tell you, man, this was a commitment to put this outfit on. Kudos to everybody in the 80s that was like rocking the look, because it took me like 35 minutes and I had to go buy some blue makeup. I will tag all these crazy items also in the video for you guys, anyone who is looking for the same fun items. But yeah, it was a commitment, guys. We got the Strength card in the reverse. Strength card in the reverse is she's either like losing energy or she's just kind of downtrodden right now over this whole topic of love, matters of the heart. She clearly is missing somebody. She's missing their loving. She's missing their gentleness. She's missing the smell of them. She's missing everything about them and wondering, do they ever think of me? And I would say she's kind of, as much as she'd like to move on, I think she's having a hard time doing it, because it's like, yeah, but I still want them. What am I supposed to do when I still actually want them? What do I do with that? We have got the Knight of Cups and it's sideways. Will a stand-in do? I don't think so. She doesn't seem to think so, right? A stand-in is not what she's hoping to find. She wants the one that would really match. That's really what she's after, is somebody that would really match. But with this 8 of Cups, it's like, I'm going to have to let go of this hope, this wish at some point in time. I'm going to have to let go, because holding on to this desire, this memory, this, it's just, I Gotta Let You Go, which is a great song by Nico Vega. Not 80s, obviously, but terrific song. I Need to Let You Go. This feels really, really heavy, but also determined. It's like, I can't keep being disappointed. Can we go ahead and ask, does he think of her? Because this is I'm going to say this is a feminine's question. Does he ever think of me? And let's just see. Death card is here. That could be a resounding no, he's over this, or that could be everything has changed in the way he looks at things. 3 of Wands. This is somebody looking toward the future. He could be promising himself the same thing. I promise myself by the end of the year, I will stop thinking about you. By the end of this year, I won't let myself reminisce anymore. By the end of this year, I gotta let you go. This is year of the snake that we're in, and we see that serpent. Page of Cups, I got to turn my back on this, even if you're in the back of my mind every damn day. So I'm going to say, in this case, he's trying desperately to stop looking at her, spying on her, thinking about her, and promising himself, I'm going to act like I don't feel this anymore. I'm going to try to go out with someone new. Okay, so we have 2 hearts pining for each other, obviously. I'm hearing that song, Every Time You Go Away, You Take a Piece of Me with You. Can't think who sings it. We have an 8 of Swords. We have a 9 of Cups. He's trying so hard to literally lock her out of his memory bank and convince himself, I'm just going to move onward and it's going to be amazing. I'm going to be so freaking happy. I'm going to reclaim my life. Okay, so I'm guessing you've had some difficulty in letting go of her as well then. Let's go over here and let's ask. If you have to work this hard to try to forget someone and to try to convince yourself that you're never going to think about them anymore, I guess my question here is just, why are these 2 hearts not simply together? And we're asking the universe this time for the higher perspective. We have the 5 of Wands. The universe is like, hey, listen, everybody has all those different directions they can go. They have all those different places they can choose to gravitate to. We have the cardinal directions here, right? In this big, huge world, either they can come together here in the center with the white candle, or they can choose to go in polar opposite directions. That 5 of Wands says things have to change. The reason they're not together is because they have to figure out what direction they actually are intending on going. If they're coming back to center, they need to acknowledge that. If this is the part where they leave and they forget about this, maybe they thought they were too different. Maybe they are. On the other hand, maybe it's all about choice. 9 of Pentacles. In this case, the universe says it could be that both of them truly believe that they are better single. Okay, then why are they pining for one another? Because we can clearly see that. This is two people fighting to pretend that they don't think about each other. We have the Justice card. They believe that they're better off alone. And this is the problem. Both people think the same thing. So it's like they're both wishing somebody else would tell them, no, no, you're not better off alone. You'd be better with me. But I don't see them being able to say that to each other or, convince one another of this. Because we have something, maybe they were brokenhearted, maybe they were mistreated, maybe this is two people who have been treated unfairly in the past, and they both came to this incorrect conclusion: I should just be solo. We have strong Libra energy there. I'm going to say both of them are very wounded, and they both have come to the conclusion erroneously that they don't belong with a partner. Universe, what would you say to each of them? What would you say to her? 8 of Wands sideways. The universe is saying somewhere between what you truly want and what you think you want is probably where the truth is. So if you were to paint, in your mind an image of the life you would really want to have, not the life that you say, yeah, but that's not possible. The universe is like, throw that out the window. Imagine if you could just move in any direction you wanted, because all this is about directions, the directions that our characters are taking in life, right? If you could move in any direction that you wanted, where would you go? What would you do? What would you do different? Where would you go? And I think that this is the universe saying, don't ask yourself what you think is possible. Who would you talk to? Where would you be? I think that's where the universe is just trying to help her identify that she could be holding her own self back and insisting like, I'm trying to find somebody else, but it's just hard to move on. And yet, I know I need to. And the universe is like, well, is that what you want to do though? Where do you really want to go? And why are you convincing yourself that, probably you're better off alone anyway, except, you'll try to date other people. But it almost feels like she keeps thinking she'll never have a long-term anything. And I think that that's a weird, thing that's been like, I want to say like emblazoned or soldered into her soul. Like, I mean, I can date people, but I'm sure I'll never have anybody that I stay with. I think that's the number one thing that she's got somewhere stuck in her head. And the universe is challenging her to say, hang on, if there was no obstacle, period, in where you could be, who you could be with, where would you be? Who would you be with? What would your life look like? So the universe is really asking her to just wrap her head around this. Okay, universe, what would you say to him? And I say him, but please do remember, I don't read for genders. Okay. So could be masculines, feminines, either or, same sex, does not matter. We've got the 5 of Cups upright. The universe would say to him, so what is it that you're missing? What is it that you're hungry for? Because you keep saying you're going to be so happy as long as you don't think about her, even though she'll be in the back of your mind, but you're going to block her out of your life and you're going to be super happy. And the universe is like, well, how come you aren't already super happy, right? If you don't want her, then what on earth would you have to like pump yourself up for and say, I'm going to be so happy? The universe is like, what is it that you're missing? Answer that question. I kind of love the fact that the universe is giving them maybe both an opportunity to like really think about this. Universe, as far as this goes, I mean, maybe these two aren't meant to be, or maybe these two are just fighting something that they would both really love to have. I don't know, right? It all depends on where they're at. But from what I glean and my interpretation of this, and please remember, I'm a fictional storyteller, not a psychic. I have opinions and stuff, but ultimately that's just because I'm a human being who, gets into the stories. And I encourage you to get into the stories too. Tell me what you think about these characters. But remember, they are characters and they're not you, okay? So bear that in mind. On my channel, we watch how characters play things out. We consider the timelines that they're taking based off of their choices, and we try to understand our characters. That's how I tell a story, okay? And hopefully we have fun doing it and, get a chance to watch how they're rolling and think about how we would do things different if we were those characters. But universe, what would you say is possible for these two for the best potential outcome? The Devil, the Princess of Pentacles, and the Temperance. The universe says this could be the most life-altering experience both of them have had if they can look at where their fears are and if they can plant new seeds that can grow, that say, you know what, if I am pushing myself away from something that I want, maybe I've been scared to love. Maybe I've been scared to believe I could be wanted. If I've been pushing myself away from that all this time, let me see if I could plant some new seeds that could blossom and grow, that would grow into a different tree of life. Maybe this is a bend in my life. Maybe this is a moment where maybe what I needed to do is admit, God, I want to be in a long-term commitment, or I do want a romance. Or if I don't want a romance, then it's not because I feel like I'm unworthy, or I feel like I'm not, I'm somehow better off alone because I'll never be allowed to have success in a romance. It just says characters have to come to a place of like, if this is looking at any fears. So this is very much like a shadow message. The best thing that could come out of this is our characters could actually like learn about themselves in this storyline and see what is different, and what do they need to learn about themselves and why they do the things that they do. So very nice energy on this, because if they think about this, just give a little bit of time and look at the scary thing. What is it that I'm missing? Why am I trying to walk away from somebody I don't want to walk away from at all? Neither one of these characters wants to walk away from each other from what I can see. If they can face the fear, plant something new and stable and say, gosh darn it, but I like that person. I wanted things to work with them. I'd like to be at peace with them. That could encourage these characters to actually take action. It doesn't mean that they will. It just says the universe is laying it out and saying there is this potential timeline. So let me just ask though, universe, what is most likely to happen on the 29th for this snapshot of time when two people seem to both be sitting there thinking about each other, about how much they got to let each other go? Ace of Swords, they could both have an epiphany. We have a very exciting, again, very 1980s looking card. So, I'm digging it. It's rad. Yes, we should bring that word back. But we have this amazing energy of there's a truth coming in. And so it could be that this is the breakthrough moment for both characters. That would be amazing if they both have the breakthrough that, what the heck am I doing trying to pretend I don't want something that I actually still do? That's actually stellar. All right, I'm very happy for these two, because I think that they're wrapping their head around some things that they've been fighting, that they've been fighting the truth for far too long. I think this is them having a breakthrough. And real quick, let's get a little message for a birthday that is on the 29th of November. I like to do a little birthday card pull. We've got a King of Swords, we have a 10 of Pentacles, and we have a Queen of Swords. This could be the year for an amazing connection to really, like, all hopes, wishes, dreams come true. This is two people that are a perfect match that might be fantastic together. Could be air signs coming together. It doesn't have to be. It could just be two people having that mental connection, that soulful connection. They're realizing, oh my God, you've got everything I need. I've got everything you need. Together, we are simpatico. Together, we are in this incredible energy. This is a year for like strengthening a bond, building a bond, or two people finding each other, two people that I think are very much meant to be. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks again for giving it a thumbs up, for subscribing. Don't forget to write the word compassion in the comment section. That gets you entered to win. And as I said, we will be doing this every single day. I always put out a today's tarot topic message. But starting December 1st in that video, that's where we'll pull the first of the winners. All right. So you guys, thanks so much. Take care. Lots of love. And I appreciate everything you guys have done to create this amazing community here on my channel. Lots of love.